Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're an educator, a creator, or really any kind of expert, you know the deal, right? The constant grind of getting your knowledge out there. Well, today we are going to dive into something that could be a total game changer, using AI to automate all that repetitive work so you can get back to what you actually love doing, teaching and creating. Let's see how you can make that a reality.
So let me ask you, does this feel familiar at all? This idea of being stuck on the content treadmill? You feel like you're just constantly running, just trying to keep up. You finish one piece of content and bam, the pressure is immediately on to create the next thing. It's absolutely relentless. And frankly, it's exhausting.
And yeah, this is what that treadmill actually looks like in practice. You're busy creating new lessons, but then you've got to repurpose that amazing video you just poured your heart into, write a newsletter to tell everybody about it, and then slice and dice it into a dozen social media posts. It's just a never-ending loop that completely eats up your time and your creative energy.
Okay, but imagine this for just a second. What if you didn't have to do all of that stuff yourself? What if you had an assistant, let's call it an AI coworker, who could take all that busy work right off your plate? Think about what that would free you up to do, all those high-impact things you've been wanting to get to.
And just so we're crystal clear on who we're talking to here, this isn't some far-off, abstract tech idea. This is a real, practical solution for teachers, for course creators, coaches, consultants, really any expert who wants to build and grow their business without completely burning out. If that sounds like you, then you are definitely in the right place. All right, so how does this whole thing actually work? Well, it might sound like magic, but I promise you, it's not. It all comes down to a really simple but incredibly powerful framework. We're going to break down the two key building blocks you need to understand, something called skills and something called agents.
Okay, first up, we've got a skill. The easiest way to think about a skill is like a single tool in your toolbox. You know, like a hammer. It does one very specific job, and it does that job really, really well. So, for example, you can teach your AI the specific skill of turning a video transcript into a perfectly formatted blog post. That's its one job.
Now, let's talk about an agent. If a skill is the hammer, then the agent is the carpenter. It's the one who knows how to use all the different tools together to complete a whole project. An agent basically manages a team of your skills, telling them what to do and in what order, to get a much bigger, more complex job done.
I love this slide because it just makes the difference so obvious. A skill is one ingredient. The agent is the entire recipe. A skill is a single tool. The agent is the whole toolbox. And here's my favorite one. A skill is like one employee, but an agent, that's like having a full-time team working for you around the clock.
Okay, enough with the theory. Let's make this real. Let's see how these building blocks actually come together to create something incredibly practical. We're going to put these concepts to work and talk about your very own content repurposing agent. This is the system that's designed to solve that treadmill problem we were just talking about. And look how simple this whole workflow becomes. So let's just say you recorded a fantastic video. Step one, you just give the agent your transcript. That's it. That's all you have to do. From there, the agent takes over. It activates your blog post skill, then it moves on to your newsletter skill, and then it calls on your social media post skill. And then, in step 5, you just receive a completed package of content all ready to go.
And listen, this isn't about saving a few minutes here and there. The scale of this is huge. For you, what used to be maybe an entire day of writing and editing and scheduling is now done automatically. We're talking about automating up to 90% of those repetitive content tasks. Just think about that. What would you do with all that time back?
This brings us to a really powerful concept, the automation flywheel. And this isn't just about doing less work, it's about creating a system that builds its own momentum for you. It's about letting you scale your impact without having to scale your hours. And here's exactly how it works. You focus on doing what you do best, creating one great, high-quality video. Then your AI agent multiplies that single effort, turning it into 5, 10, however many pieces of content. This new content then reaches a way wider audience, which grows your business, which then gives you more time back to pour into creating your next great video. The cycle just repeats, and every time it spins, it gets stronger and stronger.
So really, the most crucial point is this. It's a mindset shift. It's time to stop trading your valuable time for individual tasks. That one-to-one exchange is the direct path to burnout.
The alternative is to start thinking like an owner, like a builder. Instead of just doing the work, you start building the systems, the AI agents that do the work for you. That's how you create real leverage and true freedom in your business. And that really just leaves us with one final thought. Once you're off the content treadmill for good, once your AI coworker is handling the busy work and your systems are just running on their own, what will you build? What bigger ideas will you finally tackle when you are truly free to create?